Oh, I don't even know where to start with one, y'all, but welcome to the channel. I'm DJ, K Token Black. I'm there for the first time. Hit that like button, subscribe button. As you can see, I have a bear. That's because I just finished watching probably about 10 minutes ago, literally, in my 40 years on this planet Earth, probably the worst movie I've ever watched in my entire life. And that is Amazon Prime's new movie, War of the Worlds, starring Ice Cube. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this movie, and this I will say this: we talked about this before. Me and Rob were talking about it earlier on a live stream we did. That word "trash" when it comes to things has been thrown around so much that it's just kind of like people use it way too much. But people, this movie right here is the new standard for what that word, the definition of the word when something is trash. This movie is probably the worst thing I've ever watched in my entire life. Matter of fact, I'm not the only one that thinks that because right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it is sitting at a zero, I say 0% critic and a 17% audience. Now, I don't know who those 17% that actually liked it. They need to get their heads examined, but this movie is trash. Straight garbage, as they say in French. Garbage. But yeah, I knew that going in. I knew from the trailer the movie's gonna be bad, just from the horrible CGI that it had. This is basically they're taking that, I guess you would call it guerrilla style filming, but it's that new format where it's all like camera phones and video chat and chat room stuff. They did it in a couple movies. They did one horror movie. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it up here. They had that kind of concept where it was just like all through text messages and video cameras and everything. And it's kind of that sense because Ice Cube's character, Brad Redford, I think his name was, is a computer security analyst that works for like NSA and stuff, and he's monitoring people. Which I will say, the man should be in jail for misuse of government property because this man spends more time monitoring his kids and his daughter's baby daddy than he does actually doing his own damn job, for one thing. But the movie makes no sense. The movie makes no sense at all. It is a disgrace to the IP of War of the Worlds. Will that be the Tom Cruise movie? Will that be the old H.G. Wells radio broadcast or the original books or all the other versions of it? This is a disgrace to that franchise or that IP. But basically, the whole concept of the movie, it's gonna be spoilers. I don't care if I spoil the movie for y'all. I don't recommend watching this unless you want a good laugh and you want to drink and watch something so horrible. So I'm gonna spoil everything in this movie. I don't care because I don't recommend you watching it. Yeah, so it's this whole concept. So I will say they had an underlying message in the movie that would have been good if they didn't have this bad movie and the product placement, which I'll get to later on. The underlying tone of this movie is that our data is constantly being monitored and used against us in the world, which is a known thing that's a problem. We see it all the time when these companies have these large data breaches in our social security or people's information is let loose to the dark web and hackers and all that stuff all the time. But the concept is these aliens, the whatever, they're a biotechnical race that feed off data. Like data is their food, which makes no freaking sense. So they come to Earth. The government has this program called Goliath that monitors stuff, and they knew about the aliens first, and so they figured they went around and they activated it anyway, and it was like a beacon for the aliens to come to eat all our data up and everything. So Ice Cube is like monitoring stuff and directing people and stuff, and there's this other like hacker organization that's trying to expose the thing. Turns out to be his son, which was given away pretty obvious. But with that said, the movie is so bad. I could have done this with my phone better because the movie is nothing but you looking at Ice Cube's nose hairs for 90 minutes and him going, God damn, run! Oh no, oh shit. That whole time, or that's the whole concept of the movie. And it's like basically they filmed Ice Cube this close up in the camera the whole time, and it just took clips from YouTube of different like news clips and stuff, and then they had basically an OBS screening of his computer screen and him typing everything the whole time. That's the whole concept of the movie. I don't know how whoever powers that be at Amazon or whoever studio, someone come up with the concept of this movie, wrote this horrible script, they pitched it to whoever, that person approved it, turned around, wrote them a check, say, go film this movie. They filmed this movie. They brought it back to the studio, say, take a look at this. They said, oh yeah, we like that. Matter of fact, hey, let's throw some Amazon product placement all throughout the movie to this, because it's going to be on Amazon Prime, and let's greenlit this thing and put it on Prime for people to watch. They all should be put in jail. All of them. Every single last one should be put in jail, because this movie is not good whatsoever. But the movie goes on. Again, he spends more time. So the alien invasion starts happening, right? And now I will say, the cast isn't that bad of a cast. You got Ice Cube, which I've liked him in other movies. He's not the best actor in the world, which obviously it shows during this movie. But they have Eva Longoria, and they have the guy who plays Agent Coulson from Avenger. What's his name? Clark Gregg. He's in this movie. And I seen that Michael O'Neill got a couple of places, but it's not a bad cast. But again, the movie's just horrible. It's a bad movie, yo. It's nothing good about this movie. At one point, I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna crack open. I stopped. I paused. I was like, I'm gonna crack open a beer and I'm gonna treat this as a comedy, because this is nothing but makes me laugh the whole time. But it goes on. Alien invasion happens. Ice Cube is like monitoring his son, monitoring his daughter, monitoring the baby daddy of his daughter, who he hates apparently for no reason. Who's a Amazon Prime delivery guy who we follow him. He got his Prime vest on, his Amazon Prime van the whole time. Oh, my freaking phone going off. I don't care. I didn't ask about Ice Cube. Anyways, so where was I? Oh yeah, the Amazon Prime place. That's where it starts. So again, this is on Amazon Prime. So he's monitoring his daughter and everything while these meteors were coming down, aliens are happening. And I don't know why, but everybody's has their phone like this, like video calling all the time. And during a disaster and everything, video calling. It goes on, which is so stupid. And he's got like the FBI director calling him, the Secretary of Defense calling him, but he's worried. He's like, oh, they can wait. I'm gonna check on my daughter, who's dumb, or my son who's doing whatever he's doing. He's running, dad, and an explosion goes off. You think the son's dead and everything. But the movie goes on for that for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is just that nonsense. Then the alien invasion. And the whole time Ice Cube is looking all mad and the thing like, click. Oh, damn. I gotta look at this drone. Look at this camera. Look at this thing. Oh, shit. That's horrible. Oh, no. Blah, 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 blah. It's so bad. But movie fast forwards. They realize that the aliens are taking the data. So there's a whole thing around that. Even Longoria's character, she works for NASA. She goes to one of the crash sites. She touches the thing. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, this is all one day, one afternoon, right? Like all of this happened in one day. It's not a couple of days event. This whole alien invasion happens from like, I guess, breakfast time. When it started, we watch his daughter get breakfast and everything. And the whole time he is, because it's like 9:30 in the morning when all was stopping. There's a little time clock at the bottom, whatever. I have to go back to see the actual time frame, whatever. But I'm kind of all over the place. The movie's all over the place too. But it's all one afternoon. So aliens attack. We figure out they're here for the data. Then the government. Now, mind you, there's news clips going on all the time about this stuff. But they mentioned that earlier that they knocked out all our satellites. How is people communicating when all our satellites were knocked out? How was the military? Because the president, this is a dumb line. The president's like, I'm gonna initiate the world's plan to get all the world's military together to fight these things. Now, again, one afternoon, y'all, the whole global military is aligned and we're fighting them. They're showing news clips of bombers, of Apaches, of, Chinooks, F-35, F-15, the Chinese Navy, the U.S. Navy, Russia, Great Britain. They're all mobilized. And you got a convoy of ships, convoy of tanks all over the world fighting back. Again, we have no satellites. And everybody's uploading video clips instantly to Twitter and YouTube and everything. And Ice Cube is monitoring, clicking all over the world, looking at all these different clips and everything. Again, we have no satellites. Communication is still up and running, but they knocked all our satellites. He's getting the best. He's getting that 5 gig reception and that what do you call it? Fiber internet all the time. No bad connections, no nothing. Again, all in one afternoon, all this happens. So come to find out, the aliens figure out how to disrupt everything, and it takes 50 minutes into the movie of all this happening, the internet goes down in Ice Cube's office. But magically, 10 minutes later, everything's back up. He's on video calls doing this and that and clicking away and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I need a drone over here. Oh, I'll find this camera. Oh, my daughter got hurt. I got to put her in a Tesla. I got to hack this Tesla to get her to the hospital, and then text her boyfriend, get the speakers in the Amazon van, which I didn't know had speakers in the Amazon van, that say, hey, go to the hospital, you dumb idiot. Your girlfriend is hurt. And so he's like playing dumb. Who's that? Who's that? It's the movie's stupid. Anyways, they figure out that that their food data is food for the aliens. That's the whole concept for this, and that the Goliath program was the thing that set them off, and they're hungry for our data. That's what the whole movie is for. So again, Ice Cube is in this little cubicle behind the computer the whole time. We're watching his screen. We're watching this stuff, video calls and everything. At the very last 10 minutes, he has to get up. They figure out, we have to put a virus in, because the daughter works for some biotech that they can reroute the DNA part of the biological part of the aliens to cause a virus to kill them and everything, which is kind of the virus thing that killed them in the rest of the movies. And but it has to be uploaded with a thumb drive, and he don't have a thumb drive, so we got to get the thumb drive to dad to go down in the basement to the server room, because the building that he's in is where the Goliath program is, which he didn't know about because another part of government that was keeping a secret from him, which again, his son was a hacker who was trying to expose it. He realized that it's his son and everything, which was kind of obvious from the beginning of the movie. So they need to get a thumb drive to him. The boyfriend's like, I got a thumb drive. Well, how are we going to get to him? Don't worry, I'm Amazon Prime. We have drones now. So the boyfriend decides to FPV USB stick across DC to Ice Cube's character, while his son is piloting a drone that he hacked into, and the daughter now is some computer whiz where she's telling dad, go left on this stairway, go to this server, because she's hacking into stuff now too. Whole family's a family affair now. Plus, Evelyn Gorak, I don't know, was it his girlfriend or was it his best friend? They never really established that. But again, they get down to the server, the aliens attack, they put the virus in, woohoo, we win the war, blah blah. And then the last 10 minutes of it is him going to the baby shower that his daughter didn't want him to go to, and little family clips. And he's like, the director of the national security is like, we want you to work for us and start a new program that doesn't monitor people's personal lives, but he's like, no, I'm gonna watch you now. And that's it in the movie. Oh, mind you, go back to the prime stuff. During the whole the drone thing, all you see is literally a banner that has Amazon Prime across the screen the whole freaking time. So product placement, kudos to Amazon Prime, putting the product in, it's your movie, whatever. But this, again, is probably the worst movie I've seen in my 40 years of existence on this planet Earth. I will literally watch Madam Web, Craven, Morbius. I'll probably watch that Snow White movie before I watch this movie again. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Was it a good laugh? Yes, but it was just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I've seen better sci-fi channel movies that have better graphics than this 2025 movie. What was the budget on this movie? I'm just curious. What was the budget on this movie? Let me see. It's got, what? 50 grand, I think. I'm looking up right now. So they're calling it Roller Worlds 2025. So don't get a mistake with the Tom Cruise one. There's the budget. If it's over 100 grand, I'm Okay, let me see. I paid actors. Oh, it's not publicly disclosed. So it's saying that it had a significantly large, small budget in the 2005, which was 132 million. I'm gonna think this movie only cost 100 grand to make, if that. I don't know how much Ice Cube got paid for this. Who knows? I don't know. Uh, Jesus Christ! Again, it had a message in there that, the themes of privacy and stuff is a big issue with, national security and all that stuff, and people surveillance, the government spying on us and keeping track of our data and stuff. Like, I get that. That message was just, it was lost in this whole mess right here. I mean, they tried it, but it was so just ridiculous that the message was lost. It's just, oh my god, so bad, so bad, so bad. I don't know. I don't know. I knew going in this it was gonna be bad, but I didn't really be this bad. It was just, the trailer was horrible, but this yeah, it's that bad. 0%. I understand, and I don't know who that 17% that liked it. Y'all need to be checked. But I guess that's my review slash rant slash, oh my god, I need another drink after watching this thing. But I made it through. Actually, I think I might go watch Madam Web now to clean my palate, because that made that movie like an Oscar winning movie apparently. But yeah, that's my thoughts, opinions. Let me know if you guys were dumb enough like me and watched this movie, or did I spare you something? Yeah, and if you did watch it, leave your comments down below, please. I want to hear what you guys think. Till next time, guys, don't watch this movie. And oh, there's one more thing. There's a line that Ice Cube says in it that I literally fell out. He literally goes, "Bitch, get out my way." In this movie, it's so bad. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace.